Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today we're talking about knives that have impressed me over the past couple months. These are the knives that, when I thought about what have been my favorite knives over the past couple months, these are the ones that stood out. Now, some of these have not even made the channel yet, so they'll be making their debut in this video, but they do have videos coming soon. And we're going to start it off. Oh yeah, and by the way, if it did not make this list, that doesn't mean that I don't absolutely love it. I'm sure I missed something and it just didn't cross my mind with so many bangers that have come out over the past couple months. Starting it off, we have the Kunwu Jericho. The Kunwu Jericho has, man, it's a damn attractive knife in my opinion. I love harpoons. It has a harpoon drop clip point, straight clip point blade, DLC Van X. Can you get any more corrosion resistance? I don't think you can, especially with a premium steel. So beautiful satin finish, beautiful DLC. I love DLC, and the whole handle is all DLC as well. Then it has a gorgeous Damascus inlay, a big ass inlay in the handle on one side, and then it has a Damascus pivot collar. Now, it does not have anything on the other side beside the pivot collar, but it has this freckling texture, like this, I don't even know what you call it. It's like the speckling texture on the handle, and it definitely has a very unique feel to the touch, which I do love. It uses a hole and fuller deployment. It's kind of a combination of them both. Great deployment. All in all, just a banger knife, absolute banger. Now, I obviously have my nitpicks and stuff that'll, go into a full review or, a first impressions, but all in all, this is a winner for sure. The next one. Now, there's been a lot of USA-made knives this the past couple months, including the new version. I do have a full review of this with hard use abuse testing. Go watch that video if you're interested. This is from Squid Industries. They're known for their balisongs, but this is their titanium integral button lock folder, their first folding lock knife ever. And it is an upgraded version. So the original one I tested in my review was version 1. This is version 2. Version 2, I can feel, it's kind of been, they kind of went through it, a little bit more in finer detail. And it does use an upgraded steel with, a harder HRC. Now, the handle, like I said, integral, beautiful texturing. I love this blue with the satin. To me, it just looks good. And, it does use a Civivi pocket clip, by the way, or a Wee Knife Co. pocket clip. They obviously are saving money that way. Of course, I would love to see a titanium mill pocket clip. However, you technically could get one of their titanium pocket clips, which I did show in my full review, by the way. But beautiful sound. And if you're curious about this button lock on whether or not it's tough or not, go and check out my full review. I guarantee it'll change your mind. I don't want to, spoil anything if you've never seen it. So just go and watch it because it's definitely a badass USA made knife. Shout out to Squid Industries, man. They're killing it. Next, we'll get back to some more USA made stuff in a second, but one that I recently just showed, the Jack Wolf. Now, this just dropped today. If you're watching this when I posted it, it dropped today. Go and check this out. Or go and get it. Just go and get it. I'm telling you, it's their best knife yet, in my opinion. And I have all their folding, I have all their knives. I have every single one. But the bolster lock knives are my favorite, the locking versions. Well, this one is, in my opinion, the best they've done. The Scuffle. Now, I have to shout out Niche Designs because it's actually Niche's design. So Niche Designs, he's been designing for a long time, known the guy for a long time, and he killed it with this design. And I felt bad that I did not actually mention him in my video. So I want to mention him now, and I want to, I want to hit on that big time because it's important that I bring up the designers, and I skip them a lot of times, and I shouldn't. So shout out to Niche Designs for making a killer knife design. He hit every single point on this. If you haven't seen my full video, go and watch it. I sharpened it. It took a screaming sharp edge, S90V, and I've already resharpened it again. I've been using the hell out of this thing. I've been carrying the hell out of it. Beautiful fuller action, S90V, super deep hollow grind, straight clip point blade. And if you look, the tip is so low relative to the center of the pivot. This is a utility cutting beast. I can't tell you how useful this blade shape is. Extremely good ergonomics. This is the biggest one that they've put out. I think it's a 3.5 or 3.6 inch blade. Great access to the lock bar, phenomenal action, great clip, great everything. And there's multiple different flavors and versions. So like I said, go watch my full video on this one. If you haven't seen it, I promise you, this is one you do not want to miss. Next. Oh man, Vosteed, man. Vosteed killed it with their mini Psyop. Now, I do have to bring this up really quick. They have the large Psyop, and they have a large Psyop with like a Freddy Krueger type pattern over the handle, which is so badass. But the mini, well, I'm probably a bigger fan of the large one, but I gotta say, man, the mini with the bolster, oh my goodness, this thing is so badass. It's using a button compression lock or their top liner lock, which is, you know, a compression lock with a button, and it allows it to have a super strong button lock while also having a phenomenal detent, great materials. We have S35VN drop point, micarta, and then titanium over steel liners. But like I said, there is the large version as well. But this small one, man, it's not a small knife. This is a good size knife for EDC. Full grip, great size. I'm thinking it's like a 3 1/4 inch blade. That's what I'm guessing, just by, you know, looking at it. But all in all, this is a killer knife. You can go watch my full video on this one as well. I'm not sure if there's any of these available, but I'm pretty sure there's some of the full version, the full size version, which technically is my favorite overall. To me, that's just the perfect size knife for me. But that one I think is going to be, as far as the smaller one, I think this is going to be the most beloved because most people fall in the 3 to 3 1/4 inch blade length. Next, back to USA made. The Kershaw Bel Air and the Kershaw Bel Air XL. Why didn't I say that? Kershaw Bel Air XL. Woo! This thing is badass. I cannot emphasize that enough. Another one I've already sharpened the hell out. You know I love it when it's been sharpened, you know, especially if I've had it more than a week. This thing is in magnet cut steel. And man, did it take a screaming sharp edge, man. G10 handle, and I love the size. This to me is a phenomenal size knife for EDC. Great thumb stud action. It is using a crossbar lock, which they have done an extremely good job with. Deep carry clip, not inset, but it does have flat screws. And you know, if you're looking for a USA made knife with great materials as far as the blade steel goes, check out the Bel Air, man. They do have the regular one that also comes in a different blade shape and different handle materials, including aluminum. I'm hoping they do this one in an aluminum. I would really love to see that. But this G10, some of the grippiest G10 you'll ever see. It reminds me of Emerson's G10 after you've carried it for a little while. Anybody who's had an Emerson will know what that means. Okay, next one is by Kooie. This is the Kooie Spike. Now the Kooie Spike, I just posted a video on this the day before this video is going up, so you can go and watch that. Again, I sharpened it already. Phenomenal front flipping action. This is so addicting. I could just sit here and flick this all day. You can do the reach over, you can do the side finger, you can do, you know, the regular front flip. It's just an easy peasy front flipper, and I love twill carbon fiber. This is the white twill carbon fiber. I love twill carbon fiber. I think, you know, it's a one carbon fiber that's not just used on everything. This is a titanium bolster lock, TA hardware all the way around, amazing access to the lock bar. Just in my opinion, because it's, again, just like kind of like the Vosteed we were talking about, the size of it is perfect for most people. And you have a perfect Wharncliffe blade shape. This is exactly what a Wharncliffe is. So anytime you're saying Wharncliffe, this is the real definition of a Wharncliffe. So you're talking about utilitarian, man. Going around things is just like, is absolutely amazing. It is a great bang. It's a banger. Now, should have did this in the beginning. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but the T-Kell in Neeves Knives. So this is me and Tim from T-Kell Knives, 100% USA made. This is our knife design that we did a while back. Now this is the version 2, and this is exactly what we wanted. Was this is literally what we wanted. So these are, like I said, 100% USA made. There's AEBL ones and ADCR V2, and they just opened the pre-order for them. So if you want to get one, go get on the list, get on the pre-order. We have magnetic leather sheaths coming, and I do have a full review coming soon, and it's a brutal review, so you're not going to want to miss that. But this thing has a deep hollow grind. Now we had to send these over to Precision Knife Works. I got a hold of them, and we were in a bit of a bind with the blades because they weren't done to our expectations as far as geometry goes. So we were lucky enough that Precision Knife Works, Dan, he was, you know, he took on the project and reground all our blades to a nice, thin, deep hollow grind. These things are nasty, nasty, nasty. Now, they, like I said, they are on pre-order, so if you want to get some, get it now. The sheaths should be done very soon. I will have the full review all put together here very, very soon for you guys to check out. Oh, yeah. Let's do that again. The Bestech Taipan. Oh, man. This one, if you guys watch the channel, you guys already know. I've already gave this thing all kinds of praise. That ting, boy, it's got a super deep hollow grind. This thing is very similar to the geometry I did on my misdemeanor model, and has a nice ting, just like the misdemeanor. And it has a beautiful hand satin magnet cut blade, titanium frame lock, amazing micro milling, and the clip works great. Even though it has this deep micro milling, there's a flat spot underneath the clip. Good access to the lock bar, and one of the best front flippers. I mean, this is just amazing. Super fidget friendly, very ergonomic, and again, the blade shape and geometry, this thing is a slicing beast. You can use it basically in any direction except for maybe stabby, but I think you can still do that. But it's got a little clip point right up in the front, but it does work great for utilitarian purposes, and it's just so fidget friendly. This is a banger, absolute banger. What was the next one? Oh, now this one I know has been out for a while, but I didn't get it until recently, so I'm gonna bring it up. This is by CRKT, this is the Facet. Now there was a budget Facet, which was a spring assisted one. This is a manual one in premium materials. We have a titanium handle, and oh man, I believe the blade steel was M390, and it has, I think this was made in Italy. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty positive. I'm not 100%. I forget now. But the action, phenomenal action, and to me, it reminds me a lot of like a Benchmade 940, where it's got that slim profile, a robust blade, but something about this knife just being so straightforward, to me, this is just like, it's great. Like, it's almost like a glorified letter opener in a way, but it can do everything. You know, it can poke, it can slash, it can slice, do utility cuts, you can cut down on flat surfaces, and you have this slim blade that just fits perfectly in the hand, so you can, you know, go around things, and it's just, to me, it's a very functional knife. I love the way they did the lock bar, and it has a very solid premium feel that you don't always get from all CRKTs. So this is definitely one I would recommend to go check out, the CRKT Facet. Now this next one, with this one, yeah. The next one is the Kansept Thunderhead. So this is designed by KC over at Knives Fast, or Tempest Knives. And again, this one has that beautiful ting, and it has an amazing front flipper once again. So because of the action, it's super fidget friendly, but aside from that, the ergonomics, the handle and the blade complement each other very well for the use of, you know, using a knife. They clip extremely smooth in and out of the pocket. Blade steel is S35VN. Great access to the lock bar, great deployment hole, very ergonomic, nice and slicey. A beautiful, beautiful piece from Kansept. Kansept did a great job on the execution, and KC from Tempest Knives did a great job executing it. Another one that got a great, great review. I'm going to do fixed blades in a separate video because I don't think it's fair to mix them up in this particular video with when we have so many knives. Another one though that I recently did, and this is from Ketuo, and this is the Bratva. That damn blade, look at that. Probably gonna mess my damn camera up. It is a 100% mirror polished blade, and it is gorgeous. Just so gorgeous. The blade steel is, what was it? I forget now. M390, yes, M390, mirror polished blade, liner lock. You have multiple forms of deployment from the flipper. Then you got the front flipper that works great. And there's something about this polished one, the smoothness that it has in the action. And it also has a thumb disc, but the thumb disc lands in a great spot. This isn't like all the rest of the thumb discs. This is amazing thumb disc. And just look at that drop. It's so glassy. And it also has the fuller. I should have said that. It has the reverse flick fuller. Now, it's not a great fuller, to be fair, because it's not like super sharp, especially on a polished blade. But man, the titanium handle, the beautiful straight clip point blade, great jimping, thick. It's thick and robust in the hand, so that makes it feel that much more comfortable than, you know, you'd expect from a lot of knives. It's just super comfortable. A beautiful execution from Ketuo. They did a killer job on this. The designer, let me shout him out. Oh, right there. Felix, great job, man. You killed it with this design. And they do have, if you're not into the mirror polish, don't you worry. They do have a blasted version, and you can go and check that out in my full video on this, because it is going to hide all the fingerprints that you would get from the mirror polish one. So don't think, you know, it's only a mirror polish. They do have other versions. So they typically do multiple versions of any model that they put out. What else do we have? Okay, so this one is, it's a little difficult to say. I mean, I still got to do a full video on, right? It's been in a video, but this is the Hazard from Kansept. Now, what I love about this is it's unique, it's different, it's special. That's what I love about it. I like seeing things that are different, things that are unique. And it has like this, you know, fidget friendliness, because it is kind of a mixture between kind of like a I don't even know. It doesn't even have anything to compare it to. But it's like a folding knife ballast song. And I have figured out a bunch of ways that you can deploy it rapidly to make it a fast deploying knife, or, you know, just a fidgeting knife. There's something really cool about it. And what I love about it, aside from the fidgeting part and the fact that it's using a completely new locking system, a completely new deployment system, something that we've never seen before on anything, at least not that I know of. So, and I'm getting good at it. So, and this isn't the only way I deploy. I mean, I have a lot of different ways I could deploy it, but, you know, we'll save that for another video. The latch lock, I don't even know what you call this. They probably have a name and I just forget it. But who is the designer? Man, shout out to the designer here, man. I'm going to put his name up on the screen. I can't remember, but this blade shape and handle shape is great. This lock is strong, I can tell. It's strong, and just the way it's utilized, the way it works, you know, because it has a detent in here. And once this wedges in there, this has a piece here, so you can't push this forward. So this is a strong lock, and just a spear point blade, beautiful blade shape, beautiful ergonomics. It has a great geometry, S35VN titanium handle, titanium lock, titanium clip and backspacer. And, you know, the lock is obviously part of the backspacer, but man, I love that we still see new stuff coming. So shout out to that designer for doing something that nobody else has done yet. And then the Kizer Staffi and the Kizer Bulli. The Kizer Bulli here has the red fat carbon fiber titanium bolsters with their clutch lock. I love this drop point blade with the dual ground, slightly recurved blade. However, this is a recurve nobody has to worry about. It will sharpen right out, or you can leave it. But then there's also the harpoon version. This is a very similar, it's basically, it's the same designer. So you basically have a double titanium bolster lock, titanium down here, titanium up here, S45BN dual grind slight recurved harpoon blade shape. This one is a DLC S45, and they killed it, man. It's a great knife. Now, the leverage you have in the action makes the D10 feel a little bit lighter for this clutch lock. However, I have not taken them apart to see if they're at their strongest or not. Maybe I should. Very ergonomic, very slicey, great blade shapes. These are some of my favorite knives that Kizer's put out in a little while, especially over, well, Kizer's put out some heaters this year, man. I don't even want to say that. I should edit this out because I have to really think about that. They've put out so many bangers this year. I'm going to have to do a full video. There's going to be a few companies that are going to have their own video of bangers they've put out this year. And we're going to have to probably do like a top 5 companies of this year, like who has done the most heat this year and has been the most impressive over years before. But yeah, definitely check out the Kizer Bulli and the Kizer Staffi. Absolute bang. They're good looking knives too, man. These are very attractive, great size, great locks, great everything. Yeah, man, you can't really go wrong with these guys. Go check out my full video. I do have one doing a full first impression on it. It's not a review, but it is a full first impression where you get some, you know, a little bit closer look. It is one from Tacray, and it is in ZDP 189, and it has a sand my blade. You can probably see the line going down the blade, and it is a unique shape. So it has somewhat of like a clip, a double clip point, some people call it a reverse tonto. I'm going to call it a harpoon clip point with a double clip with a tonto. But this thing is mega thin. So slicey. And look at the handle, how slim the handle is. This is one of the slimmer knives that's this size. It's a full-size knife while being mega compact, mega light, mega thin, mega slim, mega slicey, mega everything. And it has a phenomenal button lock. Nice, strong button lock. They did a great job with the button lock geometry. I've spine whacked it. I've done everything to it. This thing is great. And it has a nice deep carry clip that wraps around the back. So even though it seems small, it works great. Great button lock action, great thumb stud action. And because it's so thin, excuse me, I sharpened this up on a field sharpener in like 4 minutes. So that's how thin it is behind the edge. So beautiful, beautiful knife. Absolutely love this one. I've carried this one quite a bit since I've gotten it. And another USA made one. This one's the Kershaw Launch 22. Now the 23, I think I have right here. No, I might have put it away. That one's awesome too, man. I love that one too, but this one with this harpoon spear point blade, or not harpoon, bayonet, sorry. Bayonet style blade shape, love it. I absolutely love it. Magnet cut steel, aluminum handle, micarta inlays, deep carry clip. Now this one is a launch series, so that means it is an automatic, but it's a heavy hitting automatic, and I love it. Very ergonomic. I do have a full video of this. I think I sharpened it in the video. I'm not 100% on that, but I have sharpened this bad boy a couple times because I've been carrying it because I had it for a little while before I put out the video. So this is a banger. Recently just dropped, so this is one of Kershaw's newest models, and you know, along with the Bel Air. Now, really quick, a USA made, I gotta talk about the Tactile, the large Rockwall. Woo! I love this thing. Now, I didn't know this, but they have a version with like holes inside of it. I want to get one, man, because this thing's already, one of the beautiful things about this, super lightweight, super slim, very snappy action. I love the action. This is one that's very difficult to stop carrying. I love carrying it. It's super slim, very easy to carry. It's an easy grab for me. And because of this slim profile, it just works for like everything. And it has a nice slicey blade, magnet cut steel, 63 to 64 HRC. I believe this one's all DLC. It might be PVD, so don't quote me on that, but they do have an all plain version if you don't like the blacked out options. But these do great with mirror polished edges. Yeah, just an absolute badass knife. Tactile, man. Tactile killed it with the large Rockwall. The Rockwall's been out for a little while, but that large version just recently came out, which to me, this is the way it should have been the whole time. I feel like there's another one that I'm missing, and I don't want to miss one, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna either way. No matter what, I'm gonna miss something, and I'm gonna be pissed because it'll be after the video's over and when it's uploaded. So if I miss something, you know, I have some videos coming out right now and I love them, but I don't want to necessarily fit them into one of these videos without really carrying them and enjoying them. Now, some of these, to be fair, to be honest, I haven't carried very much because I just got them recently, but sometimes you just know, you know, sometimes you just know, you know, I can carry it once and I just kind of know that I want to keep it in the pocket. But there's been a few knives from this list that have just easy grabs, easy grabs. Like as soon as I see it, I got to hide some of these from myself, you know, and I'm going to make a video about that. Knives that I have to hide from myself because otherwise I won't stop carrying. Work hard, stay tough. Till next time, peace.